Right, so first things first, you might have noticed I haven't posted in a few weeks. That's because I've absolutely shattered my knee. Slipped over in a nightclub a few weeks ago. How's your luck? And to be honest, I wanted to beat the shit out of my other knee after watching that game. Crystal Palace won, Brighton won, the Crystal Palace curse continues. Again, another dominant performance that a lot of us Brighton fans were imagining this scenario and this exact outcome once again. We played them during COVID. We lost 2-1 at the Amex after Benteke scored in the 95th minute with their second shot on target. We drew with them at Selhurst Park a couple of years ago, again with Palace only having one shot on target. And today, 25% possession to 75, 6 shots to 17, 1 on target from Palace.
When is it going to end, Robbie?
What do you even say as a Brighton fan at this point? I had to. I mean, it's only been like an hour or so since the game finished. I had to cool down a little bit because I'm pretty sure I'm losing years off my life every time I watch this fixture. It's a rivalry that obviously a lot of people don't understand. It's a rivalry that goes way back that I'm not going to get into details about. But this was a game that the players were rightly fired up for. We dominated the midfield. We were rightfully the better team for the majority of the game. But like I say, how can I, pick apart this game so well, apart from saying that the players gave everything once again? What can you really say about it? We've only got a month now to build that blood pressure all the way back down before we play them again at the Amex. So that'll be a game that I'm absolutely not looking forward to. And once again, it was big moments in this game that led to this scoreline that we just have to talk about. Where the fuck do I start with VAR? I mean, once again, a perfectly good goal ruled out for offside. It's just getting a disgrace at this point. Bearing in mind as well that this game was literally following the West Ham Chelsea game, where Chelsea should have had a penalty in the dying minutes for a fantastic save from Souček to deny Chelsea from scoring. Nothing given. We go into this game. Estupiñán, who again seems to be getting better every single game as he goes on. I hope he never changes his haircut again, because Buzzcut Purvis is absolutely sublime at the moment. Got himself another assist in the game as well. Hot take, probably top 5 crosses in the league right now, crosses of the ball. He's so good when he goes forward, and he got forward in the first half and got a deserved goal. It got ruled out for the only reason being that the video assistant referee literally drew lines on the wrong defender. There was another defender behind. I think the line was drawn to Tompkins, and Purvis was in front of Tompkins, so that rightfully would have been offside. I think it's, don't cancel me if I get it wrong, I think it was Mark Gehi that was behind him. Their shoulders are in line. We only saw one angle of it for some reason. And obviously for some reason one angle was enough for the video assistant referee to decide that it was clearly offside. From what I can see, their shoulders are literally intact. It's just crazy that it's more of an issue that they haven't even done their job properly. Like, if they're going to rule it out offside, at least judge the right player that is potentially playing him onside. Like, what the hell's going on? Like, these VAR assistants are literally paid God knows how much to do a sufficient job consistently. Like, if I go to a shop and scan a loaf of bread at the checkouts, it's not scanning. I'll tell a shop assistant. They're not going to bring me back a fucking PS5 or something, are they? In terms of the football itself, like I said, I thought we dominated most parts of the game, even despite Kaoru Mitoma having a quiet game by his standards. I kind of feel like maybe that was possibly because he was coming inside too much to allow. It was a weird balance, because Purvis had such a good game going forward, because he was constantly a threat out wide on the left and whipping in amazing crosses, and he's obviously not going to come inside too much, but it made Mitoma have to do it more to allow the space for Estupiñán. But whereas Mitoma's also so good at taking defenders on the byline, that just didn't really happen this game at all. So there was a little bit of an imbalance there, if I had to really pick something out. But like I said, it was it was almost a faultless performance, to be honest. It was just mistakes from the odd Brighton player and from VAR that cost us. Like I said, yeah, Mitoma a quiet game by his standards. I thought, like I already said, I thought Stupinan was brilliant. I thought March had an outstanding game. I think, if anything, there was probably so much focus on doubling up on Mitoma that it allowed March more freedom on the other side, where there was less pressure on him. McAllister was playing more of a 10 role this game. I thought Gross sitting deep was almost faultless today. McAllister a little bit more pushed forward into 10. Any Brighton fans watching, let me know actually. Do you prefer McAllister playing in the 8 alongside Caicedo, or playing in the 10 and pushing forward? Because I discussed in the Liverpool preview a few weeks ago that I would like to see McAllister play more often in the 10, because I think he's so good at picking up positions and picking up space. He did that this game, and on another day he would have easily had a hat-trick, but like I said, because it's again Crystal Palace, it just wasn't meant to be. Obviously Palace's one shot on target did come from a silly mistake from Robert Sanchez. I don't know how on earth. No pressure on him at all by any of the defenders. It's actually a poor cross from Melise. All he has to do is catch the ball, and he's dropped it straight into Tompkins' path. For me, this has happened a bit too many times for Sanchez. I know he's still young by goalkeeping standards, but there is still a bit of rawness in his ability, and I'm sure if Matt Ryan, who was our previous goalkeeper, did that in a game, he would be getting absolutely cooked for it. And the fact that Sanchez had literally nothing else to do in the game kind of piles the blame on him a little bit more, whether he had cold hands or something which made him less likely to catch the ball. Not really sure what happened there, but I know he'll be kicking himself for that, and then hopefully he'll come back stronger for the next game. There's not really much more I can say to it, to be honest. VAR's a joke, but a lot of people know this already. There's no point having such good technology to help out situations in games if you don't have the people capable to even do the job correctly. It just doesn't make any sense. But yeah, another draw. Again, it looks like it was meant to be. We go again. We play Palace again in March at the Amex, and yeah, like I said, Brighton fans, just prepare yourself. Hopefully a month is a long enough time to get your blood pressures back down, and we go again. Let me know your thoughts on this one, because this is once again a recurring theme. We're getting sick to death. We just want to beat Palace, man. It's frustrating enough not being able to beat your rivals, but in the way we're doing it so consistently is a little bit of a concern, despite obviously now that De Zerbi's in charge, I feel like his football actually suited this game a lot better, and rightfully it did in terms of actual football. Like I said, we dominated, but once again it just wasn't meant to be. There's only so much you can say, man.